All right, I don't know what day we're on for YouTube, but
Day 5.
I missed yesterday. Don't say that.
Actually, he was looking at the light.
Hush. My 9-year-old likes for the baby to wake up. So he'll engage with the baby. When babies are like in and out of sleep, you shouldn't do anything because they can easily go back to sleep. You're supposed to be doing something. Sweet baby. Yeah. Mommy's sweetness. All right, so he did in fact wake up. One of my students told me that I need to turn my camera sideways to have a better whatever for y'all. But now I have to make sure I'm looking at the camera lens instead of like focusing in on myself, because then I'm not making eye contact with everyone, so that's fun. Another one of my students told me that I should do a YouTube on why I became a teacher. Maybe more so the how I became a teacher than the why. So let's see how this goes. I got one baby on the couch, my 9-year-old, recovering from the auto accident we were in. He has an ice pack on. He has to do an ice pack for 20 minutes before bed. Hey, sweetness. Hey, my sweet baby. Then I got my sweet 5-month-old who woke up from his nap. Yes, him did. Who I thought was going to stay asleep and I could just do this video very easily, but apparently not. It is very hard to look at this camera over here and not just look at myself. Hey, sweetness. My sweet baby. Don't look at that light. Don't you look at it. Oh, that sounds like spit up. Is it spit up? Is it spit up, my sweet baby? Is it spit up? Is it? No, look at that light. That light's too bright. How did I become a teacher? If we're going to be blatantly honest, I woke up one morning and said I was going to be a teacher. Literally woke up. Decided to make a career change. Where I was working, I was making decent money, but I was so bored. Again, I am a talker, so I do think I could be very successful just making these random vlogs every day about my life. But the job I had at the time, I did not interact with humans all day. I would talk sometimes to my supervisor, my team lead, but then we would get in trouble for talking. Womp womp. Even though we were getting our work done, I think they were just hating because we wasn't talking to them. But, hey, sweet baby. I was so bored. I just kind of moved numbers around Excel spreadsheets all day. And sometimes my productivity was faster than the rest of my colleagues, meaning I was moving faster than them, but I was waiting on their work to be done. And if their work, y'all can't see my baby off camera. That's who I'm making random sounds at. So I would just be sitting there waiting. I'm like waiting on these people to catch up. And I was so bored. The phone on my desk had dust on it. No one called me. I think it rung once by accident. And I answered it. And the lady realized she had the wrong person. Yeah. They didn't mean to call me. So yeah, I was bored, senseless. And I work with youth at my church. I have for many years. And so I was like, maybe I want to do this full time, right? Maybe. So I didn't know how I was going to do it. I already had a couple degrees in business and finance and whatnot. And I was like, maybe. Did y'all hear him pass gas? It wasn't me, I promise. Mine probably would have been way louder. Anywho, I said, maybe there's a way I can do it. I got some degrees. There's got to be a way. So I did some research. At the time, I lived in Charlotte. So I learned that there was a way that if you had a degree in a certain field, you could apply to be a teacher and they would help you to get your license as a teacher. So again, I had business and finance degrees. And I wanted to teach math because I worked in finance for all those years. I love math. Math makes perfect sense. 2 + 2 will always be 4. Yes, it will. You will. Anyways, that's right. So, hello, handsome. You're getting a good stretch. Yeah. So I did some research. I applied to some places and I got an interview very quickly. I mean, we have a severe teacher shortage now, but we've almost always had a teacher shortage. I interviewed well. And again, I'm a talker, so it's not a problem for me to interview. I can turn on that professional button when I need to, and I can get sassy when I need to. Whatever one we need to work with, I can do it. So they made the recommendation to Human Resources that I be hired for the math position at this school that I applied to. I won't say what it is. Yeah, so. And then Human Resources called me and said, I am not qualified for the job. So, again, there is a huge teacher shortage 7 years ago and today. So even though I didn't qualify for that particular job, which was math, because I didn't have a math degree, even though I had like finance degrees. Yes, my baby. Oh, you wanted me to pick you up so you can pass more gas. All right. Just a little more comfortable to do it standing up, I guess. So they let me know since I had business degrees, I could teach business courses, business, marketing, whatever, under career and technical education. So I started doing research on that and I started applying to schools for that. Ironically, I applied to the same school. I mean, I already got in just under another position. So 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get in for this one too. Seems like common sense. And I did. And I worked there for 3 years. They helped me to get licensed. I got my teaching license through North Carolina State University. Go Wolfpack. So I was in there. I enjoyed my time at that school. Not only did I teach marketing, but I was also assistant cheer coach, JV cheer coach. One of my colleagues who I was good friends with asked me to help her. She was the varsity cheer coach. That was an awesome experience. A little exhausting because I had a small boy at the time. He was like 5 or 4. He was really young. And so he couldn't have his own activities because I was at school every day for a practice of some sort. So I tapped out of that, and then I became a student council advisor while I was there. So I helped fundraise and plan different events across campus. That was fun. You okay, Caleb? You okay? Checking on my patient. My patient who has an ice pack on his back. And yeah. And then I got licensed. And at the time, my precious baby, my now 9-year-old, about to be 10-year-old, started going to a school in a different county. And I was commuting a lot. So I started looking up schools to teach at in that county. So I didn't have to travel as much. So I've been teaching in that county for about 4 years now. I have been a teacher for 7 years. And it has become very exhausting and very draining. Today was kind of special though. So y'all know I had my car accident on Saturday. I am heavily medicated at the moment. I have to be when I come home to be able to hold my sweet baby, because I have a pretty bad shoulder injury. My back does some stuff. My knee, my left knee feel like it's just gonna blow out. But so I was having trying to set up chiropractor appointments and trying to get rentals together and all that stuff. So I didn't go to school till today. Today is Thursday. The accident happened last Friday. And so many students miss me, some of which I didn't even know liked me. So that's kind of encouraging, I guess. You know, you hope that children make good life decisions, you know? And then sometimes when they don't, it's very discouraging. As a teacher, when you take a lot of time out to prepare lessons and then students don't care to do them, that's very discouraging. So it's become really hard because I teach business and marketing education. It doesn't lead to a specific pathway. It's very broad. So a lot of times I just get students who don't really know what they want to do, and it kind of shows up in their work. And sometimes I get kids who want to start businesses, and that's cool too. Sky, go. So the question was, why did I become a teacher? And I honestly think the answer is I got bored at my old job. I can't think of when they say find your why, and always remember your why when you're struggling and whatever you're dealing with. I think it was because I was bored. And I was like, you know what? Being a teacher, you never know what you're going to get. Literally, every day. Here I am. Here we are.